Hey guys, welcome back. This is part 3 on my little Instagram tutorial, if you want to call it that, on how to grow an Instagram account and start it. So last part we talked about things related to posting and captions and how you can grow with your posts and captions. And I talked a little bit about OC and the right way and wrong way to do it and certain ways you can do it as well. So now I'm going to talk a lot about what mistakes I did in a sense, or like what to do and what not to do, and some little tips I've learned over time. And I'm also going to talk about what it's like contacting big accounts, you know. Some people like business, and it's not business like as in like money. I'm talking about like shout outs and stuff. So there's a lot of people do this really wrong. They blow a lot of big chances they could have done. So I'm going to start by talking about a little bit about like contacting accounts. Like a lot of people will like make OCs and stuff, like, and let's be honest, a lot of them are kind of shit. No offense, it's just a really accurate stereotype. They'll DM pages saying like asking them to post it, you know, which is fine. It's cool. Like if you're nice and genuine about it. But if you're going to say post this and then you send your shitty OC or something from Hood Clips, you're gonna get like I don't know, a rep for being just a stupid idiot, and it's just bad. That's just long-term consequences, and you're just coming off as annoying. You're not gonna get a shout out. It just wastes time. Do not do that. If someone, don't even ask people to post your OC, because most of the time it's not gonna work and it just wastes time. If you want people to post your OC, you just have to cross your fingers and hope it spreads. It's one of the few things related to this that revolves around luck. And let's say a big account posts your OC. Now, a lot of people immediately start like, why didn't you give me, most of the time they won't give credit, so like why the fuck did you give me credit? You were an asshole. All big pages are douchebags. Do not go down that road. A lot of times they don't do it. Was one, maybe they don't feel like doing it now, you never asked, or they just don't know you made it. If you want someone to credit you, you can still ask even if you have a watermark, because watermarks don't help too much, but they kind of do. I've never done them enough where I could give you a definite answer if it helps really well or it just helps a bit. Most likely it just helps a little bit. But if someone posts your OC and you want them to credit you, simply DM them like, hey, this is the OC I posted. Would you mind if I give you credit? If you give me credit, say exactly how I did that without fucking it up, because I always fuck up my sentences. And they might not read your DMs just because they don't check their DMs very often, so don't take that personally. They might ignore it just because they don't want to, and they don't just want to say no to you and deal with it. Or they might answer, and they might say no, but they might say yes, and sometimes they might ask for a little something in return. I don't know what it could be, whatever the fuck it is. And you work it out. People are pretty fair. Most of the time you don't ask for money unless you're talking about a really big page. I don't recommend that because I don't think it's worth it spending real money on an account, but I mean, you do you. But a lot of times if you're genuine and nice, they may give you the credit and the caption, and that actually helps you tremendously. I think the most I've gone for a captions for OC, it takes about 1,000 or so, 1,000 or 2, and that kicked off my page forever. Like I was going really slow ever since that day. The growth rate is just been so much higher, and that's never slowed down. I mean, I've had periods where my count dropped, but I learned to climb back up from it. But that's something I'm getting off topic. So don't go around expecting people to give you credit either for your OC. Don't demand it. To be realistic, most people aren't going to, except that it is what it is, you know. People are people. So now that I got all that stuff out of the way, I'm gonna wrap this video up by doing some tips, like I learned over time, like I've seen people do, like mistakes and stuff. And one of the biggest I have seen is the problem is accounts start shit with other pages to get big. Like they might not openly admit it, but privately I've had the people admit that they started shit with bigger pages, because like they'll screenshot the DMs like, look, this guy's an asshole, but people will still follow the asshole anyways, quote unquote asshole, and they get the followers. In a sense, they win. It doesn't matter if the other page hates them now or not. They got their followers, that's all they care about. If you resort to that method, it's all you seem to care about, I guess, at that point. Do not do this. I know it seems like a really good, like smart, like haha, I'm so clever idea right in the beginning. But you will realize the more you do it and the bigger you get, it's just gonna come around and stab you right in the ass. It will most likely be the end of your page. That will kill it eventually. It's just gonna come back and you're done. You're done. There's no way of getting back from that once the consequences hit for starting shit with big pages like that. As long as you just be nice to people, it actually has more positive effects long term than it does short term being a douchebag. Now, another tip I see a lot of people do is they raid people. Don't do this. It's one good chance you'll end up getting banned if you attack like a company and they knows who you are. You might get banned, or they might report you, or they might send reports like your followers raid you back. You could get banned. It's just a risk that's not worth taking. And a lot of people do these for follows, which I guess it works, but you're gonna get, and like for most of meme accounts, you're gonna see you as like an edgelord douchebag. So it's long term not really a good idea. It's just not gonna work. You're not gonna get anything out of it. Like so I don't know. Just because your followers spam comments saying you're a nigger, do you think that's actually gonna do anything? It's really not doing anything. For the most part, as long as that person is very mature, they're just gonna ignore it in order to delete the comment to get you all banned. That's also a pretty decent way of handling that situation, but it's not gonna work. You're not getting anything out of it. Like, just do some self-reflection. You're not getting anything out of it. It's just a bad idea. You're risking so much doing that, and it'll give you a bad rep too with our meme pages. Most meme pages don't like raiders, if you want to call it that. So now this kind of comes in with like long-term consequences again. Like, it's really good short-term, but bad long-term. Is if you're a female and you just post, I don't know, like not. You could do nudes, but you'll end up getting banned. But like things like similar, like very suggestive photos, or you'll send nudes to big ban pages, like for like shaft foreskin. So it's really good idea short term. You'll get thousands of followers within a few weeks. Yes, it does work. I'm telling you, I've seen it. It works every single time. Sex sells. I guess it's a term that always has been relevant, even to this day, even like thousands of years ago. Sex sells. It will get you followers, but a lot of people don't like. All of a sudden now, I wouldn't have said this like a few months back, but all of a sudden now people are like anti-thought. I hate that word. And I don't know, they're just like, oh, hoes are bad and they're shitty, and like anyone who runs a meme page is like a thought should be banned, and like it's just bad. People are getting this really weird mob mentality, and like I'm pretty sure it started off as a joke, but some people are taking it very seriously, and you're gonna get harassed. I've seen it. I still see it on certain accounts. I will not name them. Get harassed for sending like suggested fan signs or news, and they get harassed. Like you're a whore. You only did this to follow. It's like very bad things, and it gets to you over time. I'm sure. I've never had that issue, but people can only be numb for so long, if you know what I mean. So another mistake I see people do is they DM people saying, can I have a shout out, or give me a shout out, or give me a shout out already, or can I have a shout out please? Like, I'm coming from a page that has a lot of followers, and sort of a lot if you want to call it that. I'm not gonna give Joe Schmo a shout out because he asked. The only reason you would get a shout out from me is because you post a lot of really good content and you're really nice, and I've talked to you before. Just because you ask, I'm not doing that common courtesy. I would, believe me, I would help people out if I could. But the problem is, if I do that, people are gonna start expecting shout outs, and it's gonna turn into a whole fiasco of being spammed. Of, can I have a shout out? And it just gets really irritating. I've tried to help people out for no reason, but then it turns into an endless chain, and that's why I don't do it, and that's why most accounts don't do it as well. So you would have to earn your shout out in a sense. Getting to know people, don't use them. Have a legitimate friendship with them, and they might help you out in the future. You never know. And that's the legitimate way to get shout outs, or you pay, or I don't know, you work out some sort of deal, wherever the hell it is. If you are kind and genuine ass, sometimes that's enough for people. Like, hey, I could see that if you wanted to, like, say, shout out you, DM someone and say, hey, I really like your content. I was wondering if you could help me out a bit, and maybe I could help you out in return if you gave me a shout out. and it really helped me a lot, and I appreciate it. And most of the time they might politely decline, but sometimes they will accept it. It's a gamble. I mean, it could be a waste of time, but you never know. People get lucky. It's once again or luck isn't too relevant in this whole thing. Sometimes it is. So if you're nice and genuine, you may get a shout out if that's what you're looking for. So that ends up for like the tips on how to grow a meme page. And thank you guys so much for 10K. Holy shit, I never thought I would get this far. Once again, I'm not gonna sound like a broken record. Thank you so much, and this is really an amazing thing, like getting this far. I know I don't say it too often, but it's crazy. And I just want to thank you guys for that. And I know the people that watch this video are like my specially active followers, and I want to thank you guys, you special few, for being there with me for so long and sticking with me. And if you're new followers, welcome. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Or whenever the hell I do another milestone video, or I actually start YouTube. Oh, in the comments, tell me if I should actually do YouTube. Like, I do YouTube, it's a horrible way of saying, like, I don't know, actually start a legitimate channel and not just upload shit for like X amount of followers. So I really appreciate that, and feedback on my editing, my sound quality, everything. It would help me a lot. And constructive criticism will help me a lot, and I'm trying to always get better. I love learning new things. So thank you so much, guys. I'm not gonna keep this video going. It's already 3 parts. It's more than enough for a meme account video. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you next time. Welcome back, guys. Generic YouTube intro goes here. Welcome back. Fuck! So last part we talked about things like captions and posts and how to basis of hosting and growing. Now I'm gonna talk about and like OCs and stuff. Now I'm gonna talk about fuck me. Hey guys, welcome back. This is part 3 and the final part of how I really. Is that just a bad idea? It's hard to explain why it'd be a bad idea. Like people, like you have a name, you need to stick to your name. You can't just go around changing your name. People are not gonna know who you are. It's gonna be a lot of inconsistency. Like I know that you think you're numbers, so whatever. Make it as hard as possible to guess, because these things called brute force attacks is when you download like a list of passwords, and those are passwords that people like use in the past. And people tend to use similar passwords, so it just keeps trying those passwords over and over to the next one and next one and the next one until it gets a match. Okay, Mom, bye. Oh, that's definitely going in bloopers. So, on the last video we summed up things like having the right mindset, a good password, a good username, a bio, the basics about what you want your page to be. So now we're gonna go apart, we're gonna fuck. And if you're having trouble finding hashtags, like a lot of people don't know what to think of, don't try to sit there and think of a hashtag. It takes too long, and you tend to not get good hashtags. Copy pages, hashtags that are doing well. That's gonna be a nice cut. Someone that has characters more entertaining than someone without character, and people are more likely to follow someone with the character than without. Like, look at, fucking, what's his name? Fuck me. I'll cut that part out.